Hi everyone, welcome for this new community show. Thank you so very much for joining us. I hope you're all doing well and ready to discuss with me and with my co-host Drindin, the executive producer of Embers Adrift, about the free trial. Let's get started right away. Hello, hello. So this is Drindin. Very happy to have you in the show. So you're not a content creator. You are the executive producer of Embers Adrift, also known as the Beard or the Lore Master. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Yeah, thanks for having me on the show. It's good to be back. Welcome, everyone. I'm excited to be here today. So Drindin, I play a Marshal, of course, best class. I think closely followed by the Warden, and then probably maybe the Knight. I don't know. I have biases.
I will disagree with that. Brigand and Duelist all the way.
Brigand is good. Brigand is good. They got the great stuns. So yeah, no, I'm really happy to be here. Happy to talk about all the new things in Embers Adrift and see where we go from there.
Yeah, so we of course have a very interesting topic to discuss about today, which is the free trial. We're going to discuss about that in a moment after the patch note, if we have any patch notes this week. I need to check that out. And but yeah, what is your experience about Embers Adrift this year? So let's not do it from the beginning, but just since 2024.
Since 2024. Pretty excited for the new year and the new roadmap stuff coming up. I know, we couldn't put everything on the roadmap because they were just being on there. But yeah, the funny thing about being a producer is you spend a lot of time to set up like a really good roadmap and set priorities, and then your devs start doing things in the wrong order or the opposite order. It's pretty funny. But no, I'm really excited at the progress we're making. Our last team meeting, we kind of talked about all the things we've already knocked off the list. And so I'm pretty excited about that. It sounds like we've got mail being worked on, which I know is something that lots of people have been looking forward to. A lot of great quality of life changes going in. We've tweaked the new user experience, which in my opinion is a very good transition going from level 1 to level 2 and through the first few levels. I think that stuff is coming out today. At least changes to the first quest with Johann, what's his name? Johann Gustav. He's got some tweaks to his quest, so I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I don't know. There's just so many things. We're doing a great job. I'm really proud of the team, and we're just going to keep grinding and giving you guys great stuff.
That's true, that we have created the roadmap in such a way where you have set up the roadmap to really leave a lot of flexibility, I think, to the team and to not make promises that we will not be able to hold. But we have already accomplished in the 2 first months of the year a lot of the stuff that is on the roadmap. What is your prediction for the roadmap, seeing what we have accomplished already?
I'm hesitant to make predictions because game dev is just Pandora's box, but I think we're gonna knock everything off of it. To be honest, I don't have any concerns that certain things on the list won't get done. I'm really looking forward to the Unity 2022 upgrade because we've got some really good stuff coming up. Halleck is making some predictions. I see there. But yeah, the epic quests I'm really excited for. The quests have been done for quite a while. The art has been done for quite a while. A lot of the environments that we're wanting to introduce have been done for quite a while. But given that we have, a smaller dev team, those things kind of get chugged through the pipeline in the time according to the work being able to get done. So, yeah, like a lot of things are just poised and ready to pounce, and we're just, I don't think we'll have a problem knocking out the stuff. I'm trying to pull up the roadmap real quick so I can take a.
Yeah, let's jump in the Halak command. So hi Halak. So how much likely that we add some mounts?
You're asking me what my likelihood of adding mounts is?
Well, the likelihood of the team.
You know what? I'm not gonna beat around the bush on this one. There's not gonna be mounts.
Yeah. Sorry, Alak.
Now the second I say that, the team's gonna say, you know what? We should add mounts. Typically how it goes.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. What is your most exciting item of the roadmap? The item you're the most excited for from the roadmap?
Oh boy. That's a really hard question. The new encounter tech, I think is going to be pretty innovative and pretty amazing. It's going to help the whole game across all levels. I don't want to give too much away. I'm really excited for that. The solo loops are almost done. That's pretty great. Obviously, the epic quests, I've been looking forward to those for a long time. God. We just finished up some new creatures and animations, which are ready to go. I think they're going to go in the Dryfoot Fortress. So that's another exciting bit. Fishing's always so delightful, right? I don't know why, but in MMOs, fishing is just chef's kiss, right?
That's true.
We've got some great ideas for what we're going to do with fishing. It's not going to be anything like way out of left field, but we are going to do some cool stuff with it for sure. It's not just going to be just fishing. There's going to be cool stuff with it. Auction House Doomfane, I'm going to go ahead and say we're starting with the mail system. So the mail system is going to allow you to send items and do cash on delivery. That's going to be a pretty huge boost to people who are trying to trade and sell items and stuff. So we're going to do that first. That's at least would be considered the groundwork for an auction house. Once mail's done, I don't think auction house is going to be the next thing up on the priority list. So I wouldn't bet on an auction house this year, is what I'm saying.
Yeah,
but we'll be analyzing how it goes and how the economy responds to the mail system. And if we need an auction house, then it'll make its way into the pipeline. But if we don't need one, then I've never been a huge fan of auction houses. But they do have their place in MMOs, obviously. So it's not a no, but it's not a yes either.
And there's a lot of different other options that are available outside of an auction house. So we might explore all kind of different ID first before to make a decision. So Furbolts is asking, what plan to expand on alchemy? Can you say anything about that without giving too much away?
I'm really excited for it. We've talked a little bit about what kinds of things are going to be included in it. I will just say it's going to be. I don't know how much I can give away, but it's going to be more fantasy coming your way. I'll just say that.
Yeah, but it's not going to be right away either. So that one is on the long-term priority, and it's probably to stay on the long-term priority.
Even though equipment categorization and mail system are being worked on in long term right now.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We
So
will see about that. Maybe a magic. There's not a such things as magic. It's science, Mr. Cuddleshire. So it will be a scientific. I'm just kidding.
this is kind of a debate in the team. I say it's magic. Elloa says it's science. Maybe it's a mix of both. I
Who
don't know.
knows? Yeah.
There is a source, which you all know is Ember, but there's more to it than that. You guys are gonna be blown away when this lore gets revealed. Yeah, I can't wait.
All right. Let's be talk about. Yeah, that's a good point, Jarpazingran. What is matching besides science that you don't understand yet? That's a good way of saying. If you don't understand it, then it's magic. Once you understand it, it becomes science. Right.
Yeah, for sure. I'm excited for the next creature Rob is gonna make. I think just because I can taste it now, it's on the tip of my tongue, and I can see it, like it's gonna be worked on.
Yeah.
I'm just really excited for the new creatures coming down the pipeline. To be honest, yeah.
Okay, another question. What do you think will come first? Forgotten Depth 3 was the Epic Quest? Or Stronghold Fortress or Dryfoot Fortress with the new creatures?
I think because Dryfoot Fortress is smaller, it's probably going to be next. But I would love for Forgotten Depths 3 to be next. But I understand Dryfoot Fortress would probably need to be next. Now, Epic Quests, we're doing something a little unique. So that content is going to span from like starting around 35. So, that those things are going to be epic quests. They're going to be long. They're going to be multifaceted. It's going to be great.
All right, so Alak is asking new race. So we will not have new race, and not for now. That doesn't mean never, but because it's a lot of work from the artist, and our artists need to work on other stuff. Yeah. So if we had a team of 20 artists, then you will have new race and plenty of other things, and all the cool new dungeon looks and all props and armor style and all the thing you want. But we don't have a team of 10 artists. So those patch notes you can find on the it's a hotfix, so it's on the live server. It's not on QA, it's on live server. Fixed some NPC navigation issue in Grimstone Canyon. Fixed some prop issue in New Haven Valley and New Haven City. Fixed the Sentinel Alchemy 2 Resuscitate, not healing all health, for real this time. Fix interface issue with the looking for group level range input not being behind blocking panels. Fix a client-side exception that could cause the game and chat to become unresponsive. Fix torch texture emissions not being disabled in the day when the torch was snuffed. Fix an issue with keybind labels on the patch and region patch from not drawing on top of the slot frame. Added well-traveled road to New Haven City, and I think that's something that some people have been asking for.
Yeah, that was from the community.
Yeah. So, you see, guys, we listen to you. Yeah. Added the red out-of-distance range overlay to consumables such as kunai, that also have been asked from the community. Buff debuff icon frames are now a static color. The cooldown text is now colored blue-red, depending on if it's a buff or debuff. The time icon in the upper right now opens a time window or a clock that can be left open. Keybind for time window is unbound by default. Fix typo on Poplar smoked meat. Fix issue with Smuggler Vix animation. Corrected stat bonuses on level 25 Manslayer Great Sword. Bluetooth weapons from Freehold are now considered legacy items. Deep-root armors updated to be relic items. Revenant's Reaver returned to include a +8 component. Increased spawn chance of Grimstone Marauder subtypes in Grimstone Canyon. Change spawn to non-aggressive around Retro Reach Hollow. Increase wild density of Retro Reach. Increased spawn density around Grimstone Canyon Rat Nest Ruins. Increase item category tiers for Forest of Madness rewards. And adjusted the starting quest from Gustav. There it is. Beautiful patch note.
Very nice.
Nice little hotfix for you guys.
Thanks, team. Appreciate it.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, starting on March 1st at noon Central Time, we will launch our free trial for Embers Adrift. Our game will be open for all to try without having to purchase it first. This will give players a chance to see how they like our game and the opportunity to support our indie dev team by purchasing the game and activating the optional subscription. To celebrate, we will be hosting some special streams and events starting Friday, March 1st at 1 p.m. Central and more throughout the weekend. I am curious to see if people found some of the names that were spawned around the world. So we should ask. Yeah, while I'm reading, you guys tell me about the names that you encountered around the world. And I did forget for a moment the Highlands. So sorry about that.
Oh no, nothing in Highlands.
Well, I went back after and put it in. Alice was like, "Hey, were there any here?" It's like, oops. Yeah. So while cash shops and pay-to-win tactics make companies a lot of money, we still don't believe they are a net positive for MMOs in general and refuse to put them into our game, even with a free trial. Players will have full access to 3 areas: New Haven Valley, our first dungeon, Central Veins, and New Haven City. There are multiple quests, solo and group content, tasks, lore discoveries, bosses, and rare items to hunt in these areas, and we are happy to invite all MMORPG players to come and check out Embers Adrift to find out if it is a game they can call home. More info can be found in the details of our free trial in the patch notes linked below. If this is the first time you are hearing about Embers Adrift, it is a challenge-driven MMO where players can experience over 1,000 hours of entertainment on a single character, with quests that have multiple outcomes, hundreds of rare mobs and thousands of rare and quest items, and a steady stream of new content coming out on a steady schedule. It's never been easier to find long-term entertainment at a great price. You can support us by buying the game for yourself or a friend and maintaining our optional subscription as time goes on. We also have a merch shop and a soundtrack if you guys want to check those out. You can go to these patch notes and get the links there. Our shop page also has the links to those as well. So as a small company trying to go against the grain by not focusing on maximum monetization, our player base, we want to say a huge thank you to our subscribers. Your support is very much appreciated. And yes, that is very, very true. The more subscribers we have, the more we're able to market, the more we're able to make sure that development keeps pushing on. So please do subscribe if you enjoy the game, if you like the company and our values. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much. And just a little mention to this screenshot that you choose, Drindin, because that's the screenshot of the Ancient Bear that only the OG players knows. Because
it's a legacy.
Yeah, it's a legacy screenshot.
All right, so for new stuff, along with all the work required to create the free trial, we've added a lot of new stuff to the game to improve player experience, so let's dive in. If you recall, we greatly improved the solo experience by adding bulletin boards to the game. These, it's important to point out that these give experience. I feel like, whereas with our questing, we don't do experience, we do, very nice, valuable items. We don't want people to feel like they need to do quests to progress. So we didn't want to put experience in quests, but if you're soloing and you're just trying to level up your character and grind, these tasks are perfect. They do give experience, and they'll help you along your way. And they help you to explore. So they'll send you off to places. You'll kind of get to know the camps in the zone better. Kind of take you to where not all the major grouping spots are, so you can kind of get to know that and explore the zones and learn the landmarks and those kinds of things. So it's kind of got a couple of different folds of use there.
Yeah, I think it's important to underline that one, because sometimes people are like, where are those mobs? And generally the community will be helpful, so you can just ask in the global chat. But it's really help player to discover the zone, like you just explained.
Yeah. They also give a health regen buff, which is helpful. It stacks with your food and everything like that too. So it's good. It's really good. Helps you along. So far, the feedback on those has been pretty great. We did reduce a lot of the kill counts on those because they were taking too long for people to complete. So thanks for the feedback on those. We've also added some commission tasks that are not kill tasks. So now you might get a task that sends you to a location to do an emote, or just sends you to find something. So those are pretty fun. Those are kind of nice little treats to get as you're doing your tasks. So yeah. Now where am I? Oh yeah. So substantial improvements have been made to how mobs move around. We've already seen a lot of feedback from the community. So thanks team for getting that done, and thanks for the feedback on. They lovingly call it the cha-cha during combat. A lot of the bigger mobs were having trouble rotating and switching targets and stuff. So kudos to Undone for getting that dialed in, because it was kind of a hard one to figure out. Yeah. So target reticles scale with size of the mobs now too, which is nice, because sometimes it would disappear under the bigger mobs. We've added lock buttons to several UI components. I know that a lot of people were looking for that too. Players will be happy to know visuals on rare and imbued crossbows have been updated. That's good. A lot of people saying, why does my crossbow look like this other crossbow? So yeah. Levels 1 through 5, we did reduce the experience requirements for those, so the initial gameplay is a little bit more rewarding now. There's kind of been mixed feedback. Some say the pace was perfect. Some say pace needed to be upped a little bit. With the advent of the free trial, we opted to increase the speed of those a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that. We did increase the drop rate of a lot of rare items and other items. So as we went through and did a lot of the item categorization stuff, some minor adjustments were made throughout the game on what drop rates should be, and they were increased, so that's good. I think people can be happy about that. We've also, as you guys have seen, now your inventory is aglow with color due to the rarity of all your items, or the power level, not the rarity, the power level of your items throughout. So white is normal. The next step up is green, then teal, purple, pink, and orange for legendary. And then, of course, the coveted legacy items, which are gold. Those don't always mean they're more powerful, but a lot of times a legacy item couldn't be reduced down to be in line with the other ones to be without nerfing it heavily. So a lot of those legacy items were Adrift being very prudent and saying, I'm not going to nerf your big boy items, big boss items. So yeah.
And now we can say that the items for low level player, they are OP. Like, seriously, guys.
They are.
They are really good.
Yeah. If you can get your hands on a set of thieves' blades. Ooh.
Yeah, but even so, yesterday I saw Redbird Flynn doing something, and they found a shirt on the names, just in front of the entrance of the dungeon, Central Vein 1. So something that you get at level 4, and that shirt was better than my shirt that I had at level 20. I made the comparison with Redbird Flynn. Not exactly better, but it was kind of really, really cool. And I was like, oh my god, this shirt, seriously. I need it for my character.
I think
So,
I saw that. I think I saw that go by. Yeah. Yeah. His was a fun stream to watch, going through CV1. That's always fun to see people's first time through the central veins.
yeah.
Yeah. Many of you have also noticed the new behavioral status effects, VFX. I think that was a huge value add, especially for like, in Rage when you can see the red exclamation points pop up. Yeah, it's really great. Stunned and dazed and enraged and confused and lulled. They all now have their own unique VFX. So yeah, check those out if you haven't. And then, of course, the new solo loop in the Noxious Bog. Has anyone found any nice items? I haven't gone in there since it dropped.
No,
Any
me
nice
neither.
solo items in there? I know some of the EVs solo sides have some pretty nice items that are actually really, really good in
Yeah.
general.
What did you find in the Noxious Bog, guys? Those of you that have been, tell us.
Zig found a nice bow, short bow.
And there is the roadmap. So yeah, very nice post. So now we can discuss about the trial. So why have we been doing the trial now? And what do you think? Well, let's start by that question. So why have we been doing the trial now?
I think come 2024, the team kind of decided that we really needed to focus on building up the community. And to us, that was an obvious way to kind of, we've never been a huge fan of like free to play stuff, but giving a trial does invite more people in, and we did want to boost the community and stuff like that. So I think putting in the free trial was an obvious next move in order to build up the community.
And it's
Yeah, I don't know. What are your thoughts?
it's also the fact that we find that the game is in a pretty good place related to the first level, at least. So I really think that the experience is kind of fleshed out. It doesn't mean it doesn't require any improvement anymore. Of course, we're continuously improving the game, but the first level experience is pretty good. It's in pretty good place, and therefore we can afford to really show up to player
Yeah.
and open it to people, especially the people that have doubt about us, because I think that's what it is. Embers Adrift still have a lot of stigma that it's not a fun game, that it's not a good game, that is in of course Embers Adrift is not a game for everyone. That's certain. We all know it. A lot of people enjoy Embers Adrift because it is not enjoyable for other player, or no, not because of that, but because they enjoy the characteristic that turn off some other player. So here it gives us the occasion to say, okay, you don't think Embers Adrift is a good game, but come and try it for yourself for free, and then make your own opinion about it.
Yeah, and I think the more we can do to get people to group and go into CV1, the better. And you guys can help out with that too. If you see new players on the help channel in game, encourage them to get in a group and head into the central veins, because despite all the things that we've added, the game still does shine in group play, right? Like, it's a group focused game still.
Yeah,
some of the best content can be found in groups. So yeah.
That's why we created Embers. It was really to recreate this group-based collaborative type of experience where the fight, the strategy in combat, all of that shines better when you're playing in group. When you are alone, yes, we have improved the game, but you will still not have this kind of, like a collaborative, strategic experience of the combat, because you will be just by yourself. So you can be a little bit strategic by yourself too, but it's not the same. So Fitzon is saying, I tried a free trial last fall, but my computer could not handle it. My new computer can. My point is that a free trial version that is available anytime could attract players who upgrade their computer. Yes, and we also have done a lot of performance improvements. So maybe even with your old computer, now it will have been handled, the game, because this is something we have been heavily working on through the year, so improving it step by step. So every time it was a little bit better. So not guarantee that it will have worked on your old machine, but that was our goal, is to open the game to more player, obviously. But congratulations on your new computer, and happy to have you back. So Smartbone is saying, people should learn how to give constructive criticism rather than destructive criticism. If you don't like the game, tell them how they can make it better. Thankfully, people in the community generally have very constructive feedback, which allow us to really work together with them, because we can then have a honest discussion with those people and those players, and then see why they don't like something or why they think it should be improved. When you have negative feedback, it generally demoralizes the morale of the team, and it just serves to toxify things. So, well, some people on the internet does that, but it serves no purpose besides just venting out your own frustration and anger.
Yeah, that negative, toxic feedback is hard on the team. It makes things go slower, I would say.
Yeah.
So if you want the content out faster, give us constructive feedback. I'm not saying don't give us, criticisms, because those are important. They help us improve the game. But
Yeah.
be kind to the dev team suffering under the whip of the taskmaster.
It is a very important difference. Some constructive criticism is useful. It allows us to see the pain point, how we can correct them. Maybe we had some ambition about a feature, and in the end it's not working like we intended, or players are not responsive to it. Therefore, we need to revise what we're doing and rethink and reconsider stuff. But just blatant negativity or aggressivity is just, it doesn't serve any purpose. It's not constructive at all. It doesn't allow the game to be better. But maybe some of those people don't care about the game being better. They just want to vent out. That's their things. They just want to say, yeah, you suck, and that's it. But let's speak about the good feedback that we have received through the free trial. There is a lot of conversion, actually. I've seen a lot of people that have tried the game. They started as a trial, and finally now they are a subscriber already, which is really, really cool and not specifically expected. So what can you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, I can basically say that we've seen a pretty big response, a lot of new people coming in and trying, and the sales reflect those numbers as well. So we're definitely getting a new influx of people who are trying the game are liking it. Yeah, I mean, it's so far it's just a net positive, and I think what we really need to do as a community now is make sure that the word is out there. So if you guys have any gaming communities that you're a part of, or places that you can think of to let people know that there's a free trial, I'd highly encourage you to go out and do that. I think giving people the opportunity to just try the game has been really positive. The stats on the sales side of things reflect the new people we see coming in. So Yeah, keep sharing out the word. That's all
Of course,
I think I can.
not everyone is
Yeah.
going to enjoy the game. For some people it will be okay, I've tried, I don't want to play this, but we're not trying to make a game for the mass. We're just trying to make a very good niche game in the niche we're targeting. So that's what we try to do, and we try to always improve the game. And I would like to add a little things related to some comments that has been done a few weeks ago, maybe even a few months ago, which was it's one person or two that have said the devs don't care about the player population, which is a nonsense, because we do care very much. Our livelihood are directly depending of the population of the game, which is not the case to the player. For the player, it's just a game. For us, it's a big deal. We have done a lot to create this game, and so we want it to be a success, obviously. So we're doing our very best to improve the game, to make it more sticky to the players, to open the gates to the free trial is one of those examples, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the more people, the better. And we do care about that. We don't just, a lot of people will say, well, the devs are stubborn. They don't want to make changes. They don't care about how the population is and stuff like that. And, it's just not true. We want the game to be a place people can call home, right? That's always been the goal. So we want people who try it to like it and to be able to stay, stick around. So even if it's just that initial purchase with, they keep playing with just their one character, the more people we have in the game, the better the game is for everyone. So
Yes.
yeah, we're highly motivated to make sure the population keeps growing. So
So
don't assume we're not working on it, because we always are. So
and our goal was to create this group-based experience, this social experience where player can build meaningful relationship, because I think me personally, that's what I miss from other games. Very often I play another MMORPG and the experience is great in terms of stories, of visual, of combat style, etc. But the social experience is sometimes lacking, or it's not exactly what I was hoping for. Not saying that it's not existing, but it is not existing in the way I really want it. And there's a reason why we are working on Embers Adrift, and that's one of the reasons we want Embers Adrift to exist, is to really re-enhance the feeling that you have while experiencing a long adventure, and to share it with friends, with other people, and having meaningful memories.
yeah, exactly. I agree. I mean, that's the whole reason we made the game in the first place, was to bring back that group-centric community focus of MMO. So I think we've done a pretty good job of that. The challenge comes with getting the modern MMO player into the game and making their experience as a single player sticky enough so that they'll stick around for the group part of it. Because once people experience the group part of it, they really do see the value of what we've created and what we've done. So yeah, it's just getting them from trying the game, enjoying it, and then experiencing that grouping part and being like, yeah, this is great.
I have a few questions, so I will ask first Halakem, which is asking, you don't have plans for Steam. Let's start, because it's a little bit in the same line of discussion.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we don't currently have plans to go to Steam, but it's not off the table. If we feel like we need to go to Steam at some point, we will. But we're just not there yet. And also, it's a pretty monumental task to bring the game into line with everything to work through, like the Steam servers and all that kind of stuff. So it would be a pretty big ask, and we're not saying that we wouldn't ever do it, but right now we're just focusing on what we're doing.
Yeah, I
Um,
think a lot of people assume that Steam is just a plug and go, which is absolutely not the case, right? We have the technical aspect of Steam, which is pretty challenging, but then there's also legal and social aspect to it that is also have to consider, which is a bit more complex.
yeah, Mazov mentioned something that I'm also concerned about. We have worked really hard to craft this beautiful community. Elloa has done such a great job fostering kindness and helpfulness and friendliness. And going to Steam, you never know, man. I mean, whew, it's definitely something that's on our minds that we don't want to ruin the community that we built up. So it's a tough one. There's two sides to that coin. So yeah.
Well, so not for now, but it's not a no forever.
Yeah.
Another question, Fitstron is asking, guard walking looks very natural, but character walking looks like stiff marching. Can that be fixed?
It likely can be fixed. Are you talking about like when you activate the walk animation, or are you
I
talking
guess.
about running with the two-handed weapon?
Well, I guess it all goes to the same subject, right? Which is we don't have a professional animator in the team, so our artist can animate things, but he's busy animating the new creatures. And so
Yeah.
for now, we're not really polishing on the character because it will be a lot of work. And during that time, our artists cannot work on the new weapon style and the new creatures and the new asset that we want to put into the game.
Yeah, the walking is pretty low on the priority list. It's not that we wouldn't fix the animations here or there, but I mean, you've seen the roadmap, and imagine all the hundreds of little tidbit things that fit in between all those items on the roadmap. Like it's not something that's like high on the priority list. Like there are a lot of things that we want to polish up, but improving the overall experience, especially throughout all the levels, is really the biggest, I guess, task we want to tackle. So.
And adding new content as well.
Yeah.
And last question, let's speak about crafting. So Mazov is asking, is there anything you can tell us about the crafting changes coming? Not so much when, but what kind of things we can look forward to?
I haven't gone really deep in conversation with Adrift on the crafting changes. I know the goal is to make it feel a lot more worthwhile. You know, a lot of people will complain about the armor smithing doesn't seem to be worth it, sinking all the time into building up the levels and everything that you need to get your armor smithing and stuff like that. So, I mean, there are going to be significant changes to crafting, but that's on the long-term priority list, so I haven't really gone really deep in conversation on that one yet with Adric and Bobby, and trying to figure out what we're going to be focusing on and whatnot. So just know that it's going to be a big change for the better, and it's not going to be just tiny polishing here and there. Like it's going to be an overhaul.
Yeah, it's safe to say that this is something that Adric is working alongside the new content that we implement every month. So it is going to take a while before we complete that task because that task is very large. But we still need to implement new content to the game.
Honestly, if we could have a whole team just for the crafting system, that would be phenomenal, because our crafting system has a lot of room for us to do way more cool stuff than we currently are doing. So, but it's such a beast of a system. The way that we've made it, it's just so robust. So, we really, heck, we could hire a couple more people just to work on crafting, and yeah, that would be amazing. But
There it is. We do what we can with what we have. It's a little bit the team motto. All right, so I have a few community news that I would like to share. So are you ready to see some videos that our content creator have created through the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's go. So the first video is an extract of 3 videos that have been created by content creator that speak about the free trial and explain to player the free trial. Really recommend you to check those content creators and to check that video if you wanted to, maybe share it with a friend if you want to convince them. The first one is from the Nathan Napalm, the second one from Red Red Flynn, and the last one by Annoying Llama, which has created his first guide. This is an in-depth guide about the trial, which lasts 30 minutes. So here's a little extract of those 3 videos.
Channel, you probably already know that I love Embers Adrift as an old school approach to MMORPGs, but also for the developers constantly updating and improving and making the game better with every single monthly patch. I've put in thousands of hours playing Embers Adrift, and now the developers at Stormhaven Studios have announced that Embers Adrift is days away from launching a way for anybody to play the MMO for free to try it out. We're going to talk about how you can come try out Embers Adrift at no cost to see if it drags you in the way that it did myself.
That I think is a good one. It's an MMO that is really devoted to not having microtransactions, an MMO that is devoted to the kind of challenge and things that really drew me personally to MMOs back in the first place. The kind of thing that made me like games like Ultima Online, EverQuest, and even World of Warcraft when it first began. A thing that has in a lot of ways been lacking, at the very least, at the early part of the game. In most games, most MMOs.
So I want to come to you guys with a video that's a guide video. It's actually my very first ever guide video. I've never really done one before, and I kind of want to take my little attempt at it. And what better guide video to start with than one about Embers Adrift? If you don't know what Embers Adrift is, it is a, well, I can say an indie MMORPG by Stormhaven Studios, and I've been playing this game since October. It's been really fun. I've been having a lot of fun on my journey. I mean, a lot of really cool people within the community. Now, when it comes to what the guide is about, as you see from the title of the video, it is about the new player experience, and particularly the free trial that's coming into Embers Adrift for those who want to try it out.
So there it is. So if you are watching this on YouTube, you will find all information related to the content creator in the video mentioned in this episode in the information below. So Drindin, I imagine you have been watching a few streams during the weekend.
Yeah.
Have you enjoyed that? To discover the new people that discover the game. It's always pleasant, isn't it?
Very much. It's always fun seeing people realize that, like, oh, if you attack a doe near a stag, the stag comes and stomps you. Or, like, you know, the cool, like, if you're crouching, you can sneak past humans pretty easily. Or, you know, if you have your torch out, you're going to alert people. It's fun seeing them realize how in-depth the game really gets, especially with, like, pulling and, like, the way mobs alert each other, and just the difference between fighting solo and the challenge of going into a group zone with a couple of people. Like, how tough that can be. Like, it ramps up pretty hard.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, it's fun to see people, you know, go through that, and then they're grouping and they see a sweet item drop and they're like, oh dang, like, that's awesome. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I really like to see people discovering the game and then seeing their interest growing as they discover it. I think this is... It was a player that said that, oh my god, but I need a player manual to play this game. And then someone else, I wonder if it was not Zig, saying into the chat, yeah, don't worry, you're going to learn step by step. It's a lot to take in at first, but you're going to get there. So the community has been extremely helpful with the new players. So we do have a new channel, which is help, so /help or /h, to speak and to answer players or to ask for help if you need help. And it has been very active and very successful, I think.
Yeah. It's nice to see all the veteran players helping out the new players too. It's always wonderful to see the community come together and support each other.
So thank you guys for doing so, and continue. It's really, really nice. So I do have another little video with a few extract of new players specifically that are discovering Embers Adrift this weekend. There was some really good stream, like very entertaining streamers. We had also some streamer from other countries that has started to play. So here I've make a little selection of 4 different streamers that have discovered the game for almost the first time or the first time. Let's watch this.
Old school. When they say they are old school inspired, they are 100% old school inspired. Hardcore. I did hardcore. I lost, I think it was 5 paladins, 4 warlocks before I went back and started playing other stuff. Definitely noticing some fundamental similarities. Yeah, there's definitely some stuff here. Like me trying to find this tree that I need to point at. Oh, hang on. Where's the big blue thing? I'm lost again. Big blue thing. Okay, there's the big blue thing. So that's north. Oh, there's a red thing up there too. I didn't see that last time. The day-night cycle and the skybox, I am loving. The way that you have to orientate yourself to the terrain, fantastic. Like, I'm not just staring at a map following some arrow that guides me from point A to point B. There's, again, so much good stuff going here. I've played MMOs, every MMO you can probably name over the last 20 years or so, and it's so nice to have a breath of fresh air and somebody that's like, you know what, let's not reinvent the wheel. Let's use what worked previously and make it better. Like, make it fun, make it enjoyable, not just a freaking cash grab. I'm gonna keep using that term, unfortunately. Just because too many games these days are just cash grabs.
Did you forget to read quest book for the additional clue? Remember of the quest? So wait, there's an additional
ever
clue.
Reads quest, bro.
Stags are deer with horns
So
or antlers.
Young
no horns.
buckaroos.
BB is not used to games where you have to read the quest. I'll just say that much.
Bro, ain't nobody have time
BB
for that.
can't read. That's
Yes. Why do you have to read? What's the point of reading, bro?
No, BB. You're gonna make me cry.
Zone to central vein south. I'm waiting.
Oh yeah, okay, that's the dungeon. Wait, did you just go?
Oh shit, he's trying to do the dungeon already? Wait,
Yeah.
I think you have to report to the guy first.
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we
I
can
think
go
you
in
have
the
to. I
dungeon.
think you have to report. I'm trying to remember
You
that
gotta
step.
go back to the guy. Also, what is this BS where
talk
there's
to
no
Balder.
enemies?
Yeah,
Like,
talk
you
to
see what I
Balder.
mean?
Yeah,
You know the struggle we had to do to
We
get
did- we
just to
did
that
struggle.
in there?
yeah, because it was a
Oh
lot.
my
issue.
god.
I mean, they're all
Oh my
they're all
dude,
probably
no.
gonna spawn here soon
Oh,
too.
Let me find out the trial put this game in easy mode or something, because that's not fair.
New Haven Valley quests are easy. Elloa's throwing shade.
Sorry, I'm not sure. Getting all the aggro on these. Kind of the level 4 that's also a tank. Probably shouldn't be taunting off of me, but I'm okay with it. Elvis.
I started yesterday, but I have copy of the game from today. So yesterday I playing all day with the striker, but today I'm starting with the healer. So on that moment is better option for me. I don't try yet in defender, but I'll do that maybe tomorrow or today evening.
And here we go. So, really nice to see new streamers enjoying the game and trying it out and giving their feedback and sharing with the world.
Did that last guy have a lookout staff already?
Yeah, I'm not really sure what stuff he has actually.
I think he had it. I've never looted that.
Oh, you
It's-
think it's from a lookout exile or a smuggler?
Yeah, smuggler. I think he had the lookout staff.
Yeah, it's really cool because that streamer has received a free copy of the game. He has won a giveaway actually. And so he's really playing like thoroughly, trying all the role and everything. So it's pretty cool. Yeah,
Beautiful.
maybe we
Love
should
it.
tell him it's so rare your stuff. So thank you guys, and especially as a content creator and community member for popping in those streams and sharing your view about the game. I've seen many familiar names in those streamers, so thank you very much for that. This is really how we build a nice and kind community, so I thank you for doing so. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. Thank you.
So yeah, one of the last things we need to do is to do the weekly game. So for everyone wondering what the weekly game is, wait a second. The weekly game is an awesome little game that you can take part of. Yes, every one of you, even the trial player, you can play it. It's on Discord. You just need to take one screenshot, post it on Discord, following the instruction. Of course, there's instruction every week. You just do that, you have a little task, and then you can earn 1 gold, which is pretty cool, right? So it's always nice. Oh, we have a question. Let's answer the question. Cookie Kids, does that staff only drop from smuggler lockout or any smuggler? Not just the lockout, right?
It, as far as I know, only drops off the smuggler lookout. And the thieves' blades only drop off thieves.
Yeah, and you also have a super lantern with stat on it, because usually lantern does not have stat, but there's one with stats, a torch or something from the lockout. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. If you find a thieves' blade or a lookout staff in the first, 6 levels, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah, indeed you are. Or,
Honestly,
or that
there's a
torch.
lot of great loot in the CV too. Like I'm still wearing Soren's folds at level 24 almost. So I know that there are I haven't really done a lot of loot chasing.
No, but it's
There's
nice
probably
when
better.
when you stumble by chance on something really good. You don't
Yeah.
have to chase it to have a lot of enjoyment from it as well, right? But yeah, let's go to the weekly game. So yeah, I need to do a little manipulation first because I forgot to do it in advance. I'm sorry. I need to get the Discord.
Yes, lanterns are brighter. And if you're new, don't forget the importance of those ground torches, the tiki torches. Got to get a stack of those going. I've got so many items for level 25 that I'm just chomping at the bit. I've got deep rings. I've got quick finger gloves. Really looking forward to getting those
Nice.
two on my character.
All right, I'm ready now. So last week, what we could do? Last week it was you and a new player. Welcome a newbie player in New Haven Valley. Use hail or wave and 1 screenshot per player. So let's see the different entry we received this week. Thank you for anyone that participated. The first one is Flop, which is welcoming a new player. Second one is Aluna, who won last week, by the way. This one is from Marcus. Here's from Lemeron. And last but not least, Kateria, which has been participating and winning a lot. So Kateria, technically, she's greeting the young buck. All right, I see, hail, young buck. But she targets the other guy, so I know what it is. The intention was there. So I let it count for this time. I'm not going to refuse it because she greets the buck. But here it is, we have 5 different entries. So we're going to pick up a winner. Here I have my wheel, it's already ready. Let's spin it. Let's discover who's the winner this week. Congratulations, number 2. The number 2 is... Well, Aluna again. 2 weeks in a row, Aluna. You have too much chance. So guys, if you don't want Aluna to win next week, be sure to participate to the next community game. And the next community game is... this one, you and your friends, around the Ember ring with your friends. Bonus if you use emotes, 1 screenshot per player. So that instruction is very easy. Everyone can take part of it. You cannot just be by yourself. You need to bring friends with it, all right? So that's the instruction for this week. And there we
Congrats,
go.
Aluna. Hey, there's one more thing about the mailing system that we could drop a little bean on.
Oh yes, tell us.
I think we're going to give Elloa her own mail box to give even more interesting rewards out to players.
Yeah, I'm so excited about that. So now you will, in future, when you win the community game, you will not have to wait that I am online, that you are online in the same time. I still have some reward to give to players that are from a few weeks before. So that will be really amazing. And there would be more surprise coming in with that.
Yes.
Very exciting. Very exciting. So rejoice. When do you think the mail system will be implemented?
I mean, we're shooting for this month. That doesn't mean it's going to be in this month, but we're giving it our best shot.
Oh,
So
that's so cool. Do you imagine that, guys? That would be great. So yeah.
No promises, but yeah, I mean, the goal is for this month. We'll see.
Any other beans for this month? What player can expect for, well, for the past, at the end of the month?
I don't know how long. So we have our new creature turned in, all animated, all that cool stuff. We're working on art for the mailbox, and then we're going to be doing the next creature, which I'm very, very excited about. I think you all will be too. So we'll I don't know if it's going to be done for this month though. Even if it is done this month, it might not be placed in a zone this month. So
yeah.
But maybe you'll get some screenshots in the patch notes. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh, that would be super exciting. Or maybe we need to keep the surprise for when they discover the... We don't. It's always difficult to make the decision. How to make the decision?
It's so marketable though. I'm gonna have to send out screenshots once it's done.
You think so? It's not going to be a surprise where the players, oh my god, what is this creature in this? It was not there last month.
Look, I couldn't help myself with the Gaunt. I might not be able to help myself with this next creature too.
Okay.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right. Will it be on QA, say Alakan?
I don't think so. Normally new creatures aren't on QA. There is going to be something coming up on QA. Remember that secret stuff that we had on our roadmap?
Oh, yeah.
You might see that on QA this month. We'll see.
Oh, that's not a promise either.
And we really need your guys' testing and feedback on it too. So, keep an eye out for that because we need you in there checking it out because we may or may not do it. It's been a lot of effort. There's a lot of positives, but there's one kind of hurdle that we want to see how you guys respond to. So, yeah.
Okay.
Check it out.
I hope you...
I think it's...
You go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, I think it's going to be... If we decide to put it in, depending on your guys' feedback, I think it's going to be massively positive for bringing the community together. So... we'll see.
All right, that was a lot of beans. So put all the information that Drindin just gave you right now to guess what the secret stuff could be and get ready to test that out on QA. This one is very serious. It is very important. If we're going to put this on QA, it's very much like a beta test thing. It's that degree of seriousness, isn't it, Drindin?
Yes, very, very important. You guys go check it out. Preferably with a group of people. You know, if you have a group going, say, hey, you guys want to check out the QA stuff, because we want to see your reaction to it, for sure.
Yeah, and for this one, like good and bad, and you can go wild into the criticism. We need to be sure that people and players get along with that.
Yeah, go wild into the constructive criticism.
Yeah, don't insult us, please. This is an experiment, and we need your pure reaction to it.
Yeah.
All right. I think we have said enough. It's time to close the stream. It's time to close the show, I guess. Any last words before we close, Drindin?
Just thank you so much for your support. Thank you for all the feedback. Just remember, we are listening, and you know, even if we don't do something right away, it might be a month or 2 or 3 before we get your feedback in, but like, we are listening. So yeah.
Thank you so very much, everyone. If you are on YouTube, do not hesitate to like this video, to write down a comment, please, a kind comment, it's nicer, and share it with your friends. And if you want to see it live and ask your question and show your little name in this chat box, you can join us during the maintenance when you cannot play the game, so you can speak about the game on Twitch TV, my channel, Elloa Wendy. Thank you so very much to everyone for playing our game. Thank you for bringing your friend. Thank you for testing it out. Thank you for your feedback. Thank you really for your support. It means a lot to us. So take care,
And
guys.
don't forget, share the word about the free trial.
Yes. Bye-bye, everyone. See you soon.